Okay, everybody, welcome to the clash between the Titikaveka Bulldogs and, of course, the Aitutaki Sharks visiting from Aitutaki. And welcome to Te Muri Motia Park here in Titikaveka, close by the Titikaveka College. It's a rather beautiful sunshine out there, but on the field it tells a different story otherwise. It's a bit wet on the field, a few wet patches. In charge of the game today, we've got Tua Manea with his assistants, Mr. Peter Robinson, and of course his buddy in arms this afternoon, Arthur Emil. And now with the kickoff, the Sharks coming from the east, facing the west side of the field here. Kickoff by Tuakana. Now it's back to a big running prop, Clark Nga'o, still in the game for many, many years. Manages to break the 20 there. And as you see, the field is very wet at the moment. Every step they're running, there's always a splash of water. So the field is full of puddle. And well, it's not too muddy, it's not muddy at all. It's just a few patches of Lake Te Muri Motia. I think pretty much we'll change Te Muri Motia Park to the lake. Now it's they've just broken the 50 there with Clark Nga'o again in 2 hit-ups in the first set of the game. Dummy half number 9, we have Aaron Tunupopo handing it off, and an error here by the Bulldogs, and it looks like he's lost the ball there in the tackle. Referees picked that up right on the Sharks 40, and it's handover possession by the Sharks. Now we've got the Vonias replay here, and thank you to Vonias for supporting the Sharks this year, as well as our video replay in this big match. Feed in the scrum here by Graham Jeffries, and Graham is also the Sharks coach. And for your information, he's also the former international for the Cook Islands. Graham Jeffries, he's just put his jersey on to play for the Sharks this afternoon. And also the Sharks coach for 2019. And would also like to welcome back Mano Te Kopua, making up the right wing here, wearing jersey number 5. So he's back from New Zealand. Hopefully gain some experience in New Zealand while away. Now back to the match here. We've got Philip put down right on the 30 there. And at the dummy half, Aperama goes left, looking for options. Now it's back to Graham, wearing jersey number 6 at standoff. And back to David. David passes it back right into Huey. Huey's trying to look for deep support here, and he's got that in the form of the skipper, Big D. Daniel Tutai is put down just meters short of the try line. And a wild pass here by Aperama. Tuakana loses it. Now it's back to Tangi. Tangi Akawa, and still going. And Tangi is the younger brother or older brother of his brother playing in fullback. Now this is the other brother, Brian Akawa. We've got a set of brothers here for the Bulldogs. Tangi at number 1, and Brian at number 1, and Tangi wearing jersey number 4 in the inside centres. Now it's back to the Sharks. Trevor Tyler breaking the 50 there, put down by James and Alfie. And we've got Alfie here back for the Sharks, and was missing from the game last week against the Panthers. So it's good to have Alfie back. And the referees penalised Alfie, stopping players down beyond the call. Now a penalty clearance here by Tariki Matenga Jr. right just beyond the 20, the Sharks 20. We can see another patch of Lake Te Muri Motia there. Tangi taps the ball. Now they've got their big barging Fijian runner there. He's put down just in the Sharks 20. And what will the Bulldogs do right now? Now it's back to Clark Nga'o. He busts a few defenders there, just short of the try line, probably 5 meters away. Now it's back to Travel. Travel goes out wide. Titikaveka Jr. Back to number 11, Savinata. And they're just put down about 8 meters away from the try line. Number 11, back to Savinata again. Then to their barging run here. Good tackle here by Drollett. It looks like he's lost the ball there. And yes, number 5 has just lost the ball there. Jones Ralulu. Here's the video replay here. Good tackle. Copybook tackle here by Drollett. Supported by his other players there with Tere. Now it's back to number 11, Savinata. And some good defense here put on by the Sharks, by Franco. Now it's back to Titikaveka Jr. Kicks it out wide. We've got Huey there. And Huey's caught the ball in goal. And he brings it back for a 20-meter tap. Good stuff here by Huey. Good defense. And manages to catch the ball in the air, in the end goal. He's still going. Passes it back. Drops it on the ground. Oh! And Tuakana looks at the player before picking up the ball and loses the ball. You know, sometimes players like that usually take their eye off the ball and look at the defenders coming. Here we have the replay again. Huey taps the ball, runs out wide, passes it, drops it to the ground. Now these two, David and Tuakana, are having a short meeting there. Who takes the ball? And instead of taking it, they drop the ball. And possession back to the Bulldogs. And now they've got this storm barging runner here. A very good hit up, but he's met up by strong forces by the Sharks in the form of Alfie and Big D here, supporting Alfie in the defense. Just on the 10. Now it's back to Tunupopo. Aaron Tunupopo now, he's giving it to Travel. And Travel's always been there for the Sharks. It's good to see Travel still playing in the game. And beyond 10 years, I guess. So most of these players have been with the Bulldogs for 10 years with the likes of Travel, Tyler, and Clark Nga'o. It's good to see these boys still supporting their home, the Titikaveka Bulldogs. A strong and very high kick here by Titikaveka Jr. Only to be knocked on in goal. And unfortunate here. Could have been a try for the Bulldogs. Now it's a 10-meter restart. Back to Huey at dummy half. He looks for support. And he decides to go on his own, but he's driven back in the tackle by Titikaveka Jr. Now Huey still with the ball. Dummy half. Now it's back to Philip Tayo. Philip is pushed back there by strong defense. Number 8, Samisi Tora. A good defense here by Samisi. Now at dummy half. We've got... and while he's put down... Now play continues. Still in the Sharks 20 here. They haven't gone out yet. Now it's back to Franco. And Franco's put down wide in midfield there. And the referee has called a penalty on the Bulldogs. I'm not sure what this one's for. It's probably a high shot. Yeah, some swinging arm in there by the Bulldogs. Number 11, Tuakana with the penalty clearance. And last week we've had problems with the Sharks giving away possession after winning a penalty. But sometimes the kick is not that favourable of the Sharks. Well, today at Te Muri Park, it's 8 minutes into the first half. And would like to welcome our international viewers on YouTube, watching YouTube clips of the Aitutaki Sharks versus the Bulldogs match today. And first of all, to our friends, our families, our Aitutaki families, Shark supporters out there in New Zealand, Australia, Rarotonga, wherever you are in the world, we extend to you a warm welcome to our match today between the Bulldogs and the Aitutaki Sharks. And now it's back to Franco put down in the middle of the field. It's back to the coach here. At standoff, we've got Graham. Now Graham's still got the wheels there. Still got the steps. Still got a dummy half. Drollett decides to kick here. Big bomb here. However, the ball floats too far out beyond the dead ball line. And it's positioned back to the Bulldogs on the 20. And well, anyway, we've been experiencing the watching the second game of the NRL 2019 season, and there has been some very good games so far for the South Sydney Rabbitohs, winning 2 in a row. And well, it's back to the Bulldogs. They've got their speedster. Now it's Ioane Opu. He manages to skip through Tokana and Manu. He's just got that speed. The wheels are just too fast, and he manages to score right on the post from their inside 40. Now this guy's got magical wheels. He caught the ball in their own 40, managed to sprint right down into the uprights and scores an easy try for the Bulldogs. There we go. Now it's in the 30. Actually, he scored a 70-meter try. Solo try here by Ioane Opu. And Tokana had 2 of his hands on him, but could not get the grip on the jersey. Unfortunate here, and it's a try to the Bulldogs. First try to the Bulldogs through Ioane Opu. We await the conversion by... And that was a good conversion by Brian Akawa, bringing our scores 6-0 to the Bulldogs and 0 to the Aitutaki Sharks. Now, I guess the Bulldogs have not put up their strong team. I can see some of their the water boy out there. We've got James, and quite a few of them have not played today. Likewise, the Sharks. The Sharks are missing their bulldozer, Mo'u George. Mo'u George, Dedewana Pairo, and well, with injuries. And well, it's unfortunate that they aren't with the team today. The Sharks are also missing players like Brendan Smith and Leo Roa, who are overseas on work commitments. So we wish them all the best in New Zealand, wherever they are. And we hope that you are watching today's match. Now out wide there, almost into the Sharks 30. The Bulldogs still in possession with the ball. Clark takes it up and breaks the 30. He's made up by strong defense by Franco. Puts him down. They're organizing their attack right now. Back to the standoff. Now it's with Titikaveka Jr. Mano catches the ball out wide there. And a good catch here by Mano. Good defense also by the Bulldogs, number 4. Now it's back to Tokana, slowly running up, looking for options out there. And they need the big forwards out there to clear them out of the way. They're still in their 20. Now it's back to Franco. Franco tries to break through and is put down by Travel right on the 20 there. And you can see the players are getting really, really muddy now and wet, despite the wet field here. Now it's back to Aperama, slowly breaking the 30 here. Sharks 30, put down by strong defense here. Now it's back to Drollett. Drollett to Philip. Philip to Franco. Franco slips it out the back door. Now it's back to Teddy. And Michael Jordan pass to Mano. Mano has the ball. A wild pass here by Mano. Oh, he just gives away possession here. It's picked up by Titikaveka Jr. Manages to brush off one. And he's put down there on their 40. Back to Brian. Brian to their smashing front rower, Savanata. And he's put down by the skipper, Big D. Now it's still in possession to the Bulldogs. Clark with a block-busting run here. It looks like a strip here. The penalty goes to the Bulldogs. A strip in the tackle here by Philip. And the referees managed to pick that up. Unfortunate here for the Sharks. It was a very silly mistake, an easy, cheap mistake here. Should have done that anywhere else apart from the referee seeing that. Now they have broken the Sharks 20. What do they have to do now? Now it's back to Savanata. Savanata brushes off one. He brushes off two. Easy try here to number 12, Waisiki Ramatou. Ramatau, and congratulations, Waisiki scoring the second try here for the Titikaveka Bulldogs. It all happened from the penalty clearance, and that was just the first play here from the penalty. And Sharks fell asleep on defense, and there was no way stopping this storm barging run here by Waisiki Ramatau. One defense at the end couldn't stop him. Wasn't enough to stop this very strong run by Waisiki, and he scores the Bulldogs' second try. And Brian with the conversion. It is good, and it's now 12 points to nil. It's 16 minutes into the first half. 16 minutes. It's 12-0 to the Bulldogs. Kick-off here by Tuakana. It's back to Tariki Jr. And now they've given it to the man himself, Savanata. Savanata's put down on the 30. Good defense here by Franco and Alfie. Now they've gone out wide to their speedster winger, Jones Rolulu. Now Aaron Tutupopo passes it out to the try scorer. Savanata. Now it's back to Aaron. Aaron, they're going out wide. Now it's back to another of their Fijian players out there, and he's been met by a strong defense here by Ali, Big Ali Areromal, wearing jersey number 13. They're coming back to Clark. Clark Ngao pumping those thighs, trying to break through, but he's put down by Graham Jeffries. Now they're going to the midfield. They're testing the wingers and the fullback. And he's caught it there, and oh my gosh. They had possession of the ball, dropped it backwards, and could this be a try? It does look like a try, but the linesman has intervened. What does the linesman have to say? Could there be any infringement in this play here? Today jumps for the ball, loses it backwards. Yep, both Sharks players went for the ball, dropped it backwards. Okay, there was some pushing in there, and the referee has penalized the Bulldogs. There was some pushing as the Sharks players went back to retrieve the ball, and well, Sharks are very lucky. Here we go. The same mistake is still cropping up again from the Panthers game last week, and this has to be corrected. Or you need to choose another kicker. You can't make it out. Get another kicker, or don't go 100 miles away from your point of kicking. Just 20 or 10 or 20 meters is enough. Now back to possession. The Sharks are giving away possession, easy possession here. Back to Teriki Matenga, and he's been cut back in. Referees called a forward pass here, and the referee has got good eyes here, very good eyes to see the a forward pass here from Teriki Jr. And here we go, Vonya's replay, Teriki. And to me, it looks good here. It looks good here. But unfortunately, the referee called that a forward pass. Unfortunate there for the Bulldogs. Now it's back to Drollett from halfback. Now from the base of the scrum. It's back to Tere. Tere tries to barge through three defenders. Put down by Brian. And he's broken the 20 here. Good run here. Now it's back to Manu from the base of the ruck here. It's put down in midfield. And you can see some of the players here try to brush off the wet, muddy faces at the same time. Back to Franco. Now to Puruata, number 17. Now it's to Drollett. Back to Big D. Big D manages to break the 40. Now Puruata at dummy half. We've got Big Ali here. And a good tackle here, right down at the ankle by Aaron Tudupopo. Good tackle here. Now it's back to Jollett. Jollett goes for a big bomb here. And yes, it's a good kick, but the Chasers did not get there in time. And they've got their speedster here. Jones Rolulu catches the ball within the 10. And that's pretty safe here for the Bulldogs. It's back to Brian. Brian skipping away, and he's held up high here by the Sharks. Okay, we've got Brian Nakava here. And now it's back to their try scorer number 12. Number 12, Waisiki Ramatau. And now it's back to their try scorer as well again. The first try scorer, Jones Ioane Opu. Now it's back to Tangi Agawa. Tangi, now it's back to Ioane Opu. He chooses to go throughout the blind there. Now it's back to Tangi. Tangi's put down here. A lucky try save here by Big D and Huey. Now we've got in the game right now, we've got Aussie Tudupopo. Welcome back, Aussie. And it's good to have the skipper of the Bulldogs many years, many moons ago, when the Bulldogs won the match against the other two. It was 2 years ago in the 2017 Grand Final. Now it's back to Kete Winchester having his first taste of the match today. And he's been put down by another big forward here, number 18, Vian Rea. And Vian is a former Sharks player, played for the Sharks in 2018. And now it's back to Ali. Ali Ma'o. He's put down there beyond the 40. Back to David at dummy half. And some wild passes here. Now it's Franco going for the sidestep. Lost his footing there. Put down here by Vian. Just short of the 50. And Tuakana with the clearance here. It's a good play here by the Sharks. Actually making up their sets. And Tuakana kicks the ball. Gives away possession. Easy possession here to Ioane Opu. And needs some kicking here, some good standoffs to kick away from the players. Now right in the Te Murimotia Lake here, we've got Brian Nakawa. Some good defense here by okay, another tackle again by Alfie beyond the 50 here in the Sharks territory. Back to Aaron Tudupopo. Number say now it's back to Vian. Vian breaks the first tackle. And he's put down, manages to go over to Akana, but he's put down there. And Vian. Now Aaron decides to go to the blind. And ooh. Oh. Okay, the referee's called a penalty here. And I'm not sure whether the I think he's probably so the referee has called for a penalty. There we go, the replay. I'm not too sure what that was for, but looked like Ali was in line with the kicker. Now it's back to Aussie. Aussie goes alone. And he barges over. Nope, it's not a try here. Aussie back on the 10. Oh, and Vian drops the ball there right in the middle of the field there. And right in front of the uprights. And unfortunate here for Vian. Loses the ball. And what a breather for the Sharks here. Saves are there for the Sharks. And it's a scrum feed to the Sharks right in the middle of the field. 10 meters into the field of play. And would like to welcome to our match today. A big shout out to Charlie Hoff. Charlie Hoff and Terry Glassy of the Magpies in the New South Wales Cup. Thank you very much to these two brothers. Thank you for the training equipment, jerseys, boots, to support the Aitutaki Sharks Academy and Juniors. Thank you very much to these two very kind and generous people, Charlie Hoff and Terry Glassy of Wentworthville Magpies in the New South Wales Cup. Thank you very much on behalf of the people of Aitutaki, and of course the Sharks management and the players as well. We would like to thank you very much for your kind donation. And now it's back to Puruata. He smashed to the ground by number 7. And now it's back to the old horse, former Bulldogs as well, Loni Vanilla. And our big Ali, he's taking up the big strides. He's put down here by Vian. And his supporter here, number 13, Travel Tyler. Now it's back to Jollett, kicks it away. And the ball's caught by the Raululu. Now it's back to number 5. Number 15. Timothy Tangirere. And they're running and a very good tackle here by Loni. Puts him right into the Te Murimotia Lake, and some really good tackling here by Loni. Now it's back to Travel. Travel, he's been pulled down by Loni. And Loni's come right into the game here. Switched on, ready to take on the big hits. Now they're coming towards the camera side of the field. Beyond the 50. Now it's back to Aussie. Aussie's being met up by strong defense also by Ali and Loni. But Aussie manages to break the 40 here, the Sharks. It's back to Teriki Matenga Jr., Tuagana. And he's lost the ball. He's taken his eye off the ball. And another set of 6 here for the Bulldogs. Definitely, they should score from here. And well, he loses the ball forward here. Tangi Akawa loses the ball. He attempts an offload, but he was put away here by the defense. Now we've got the back to the replay. Tangi with the ball.
Usually the second half, the boys will start.
Here we go.
First half was...
A good tackle here by David out in the centres out there, and we can see a pool of Te Murimotia Lake here. There seems to be a lot of lakes here in the park, and but it's having a major effect on some of the play here, but the minor ones are not having any much here to do with the play. Now it's back to Tere. Tere tries to shrug off the first defender, and he's put down here by Travel. And we're into the 28th minute right now, people. Mano te kopua. It's 12-0 to the Bulldogs. 12-0 in the 28th minute of the first half. Mano's driven back by strong defense here. Now it's back to Franco. Franco takes on 3. He's put down and beyond the 30 there. Puruata. Back to Graham. Graham looks for options. Now it's back to Loni. And Loni's put down full stop on the 40 here by Aussie. Aussie still playing. Now it's back to Puruata. It's a good kick here by Puruata. Now it's back to their tall and lanky runner here. Number 15. And it looks like Jedrick. He's wearing number 15, but actually it's Jedrick Engel. Jedrick Engel, he offloads. Now back to Brian. And Brian's thrown to the field by Puruata. And he hops up again. Now it's back to number 11. Savanata, he's put down 10 away from the try line. Back to Brian. Brian's looking for options out wide. And good defense here by Alfie and Ali. Bulldogs sniffing for a try. They've only scored 2 converted tries now. They're going out wide. Out wide to their winger. Oh, he ducks under the high shot here by David. And a good try here by Ioane Opu. And a missed tackle here by David. And thought that he would run upright. And Ioane decided to duck that tackle of David. And he scores a try out wide there. And bumping the Bulldogs try scores to 16. Now he's with the ball. The replay shows it all. Manages to duck under the tackle of David, and he scores out there. And would also like to thank the following people, especially Tony Iro of the New Zealand Warriors. Thank you, Tony, for sponsoring the Warriors jerseys for the Sharks. I know these jerseys mean a lot to the Aitutaki Sharks, so thank you very much to Tony Iro for sponsoring the set of jerseys. It's come at a very good time when the Sharks have won that in their first trial match earlier on in the year. So thank you very much to Tony, and good luck to the Warriors for the 2019 season. And that match will be played tomorrow on Saturday night at 9 o'clock between the Warriors and the Tigers. And some good tackle here by the Sharks. It's Alfie here going straight for the neck of Savanata. Now it's back to Jedrick Ingu. This boy is tall. And we all know the advantage of tall players. They can offload anytime, especially when their defenders are short in offload, just like Sonny Bill. Now it's back to Huey. Huey is a very composed and safe player at the back, usually playing in the fullback role. I would have preferred Huey at the fullback. He's very safe despite his body size. This boy's got a big heart. Now it's back to James. James back in the game. Now he's offloaded. Puruata tries to do a disco dance in there. And he's offloaded back to Drollett. Drollett passes off. Nobody wants to catch it. Now it's back to Graham. Graham's put down beyond the 40. Sharks 40 there. Now it's back to Puruata. Puruata to James. And James is met up by Aussie. Oh, he's still going. Now it's back to Graham. Now to Franco. Franco decides to go on. He breaks the opposition 40. And now it's back to Tuagana. Straight into the basket. They need to kick it away. Now they can't even catch him. Oh my gosh, this fella's got wheels. And a silly mistake here by Tuagana, kicking it straight to the speedster himself. And he scores another individual try, 70 to 80 meters. He scores an easy try there. They try to put him down, and this fella is just too fast. Yoane Opu, the speedster. And well, anyway, these are some mistakes the Sharks are making. They have managed to take up the 6, and now look at that. They can't catch him. They're kicking the ball to the wrong side of the field. They're kicking the ball straight to the Bulldogs wingers and their fast runners. They should be kicking to the gaps in the game on the field. Now the Bulldogs have scored their 4th try. It's 22 points to 0 to the Bulldogs, and we are about less than 4 minutes away from full time. Puruata with the clearance, with the kickoff rather. Now it's a good kickoff. Now it's back to Aussie. He's running 100 miles an hour. And a strong defense here by Alfie and Ali. It's back to Jedrick. He pushes away Kete. Now this Jedrick kid is as tall as our own Teramona Pyro. And Jedrick plays the ball here. Back to Vian. Very strong tackle here. Good defense here by James. And again, Alfie. They're going out wide. They're going down the blind side. Oh, some great skills here. Good skills. Now it's back to Jedrick Ingu. He's still going. It's hard to put this fella down. And the referee's called out here before being pulled out of play. Now he's being driven back in the tackle on the 50 right here. And still, they still have the control of the ball. Bulldogs are used to their field. They're used to the wet play here. And now, still jogging. Still going, still going. And Tuakana manages to come out of the end goal area. Had he been put down, it would have been a drop goal. Drop kick clearance under the post. Gives it out wide. Now this is the real guts that this Huey puts on in the game. He doesn't care how big you are. He'll go through you. So this is what we need at fullback. Someone who has big heart. Good on you, Huey. He manages to win a penalty. Look at that. In the replay, he just runs through these big guys. He doesn't care the world who these big guys are. And that's what we want in the game. People like Huey, lion-hearted, and very good play here by Huey. Now the Sharks win another penalty. And referees called a stoppage to the play. It's a high shot here. Oh, very high shot. And in fact, there's many high shots in the game, but don't know why the referees pulled this as a sin bin. So Sharks, one man extra for the Sharks. They have 13 with the Bulldogs. Yeah, that was, I think that was a harsh play, a harsh penalty here. A very harsh penalty to the Bulldogs. Now it's back to get there. And we can hear the halftime hooter there. And Bulldogs have one player in the sin bin. And, well, it's 12-13. But the scores, the Bulldogs are leading 22 points to 0. And welcome back to the second half. The Bulldogs still leading 22 points to 0. And the kickoff there just stops right in front of James. Now he shows those mongrel faces there. And this is how the Sharks should be running in the game. Showing those ugly faces. Just to put off, intimidate the defense here. Now it's back to Ali. Ali, strong tackle here by Tunupopo. Young Aaron Tunupopo. And now it's back to Franco. Franco! And takes 3 people to put him down. That's some really good tackling here by the Bulldogs. They're going straight for the ankle or for the thighs. Some really good play here. Now Teddy throws a wild pass, goes to the ground. Is picked up, regathered by Franco. At dummy half, we've got Abarama. Now it's back to Ali. Skipping through some of the tackles here. And he's just short of the Bulldogs 40. At dummy half, Abarama. Now it's back to Jollett. He kicks away. That's a good kick here. Now that's what we should be seeing in the game. Kicking to the gaps in the field, not straight to the players. Now it's back to Ioane Opu. He breaks the 20. Now it's back to Tangi Yakawa. Tangi Yakawa dodges under the tackle of Ali. Big Ali there. Now back to Aaron Tunupopo. It's Jedrick Ingu. And this guy's tall. And Huey's still hanging onto his jersey. He's still going. He's jogging. That's fly. It takes only about three raises of the thigh. 3 steps and he's taken over 10 meters already. Now the Bulldogs with number 5, Raululu. And he's held here by strong defense. Good tackle here by Philip and Franco. Now it's young Aaron Tunupopo. He dives for the line. He's held up in line. In goal. Nope, he hasn't reached the in-goal area yet. Raululu. Back to number 8. It's their Storm marching forward. Number 8 here. And he manages to drive forward. It's their front row. Semisi Tora. And Semisi. Strong run here by Semisi. Scores right under the uprights. And bumping the Bulldogs scored the 26. Here we go in the video replay. Caught the Sharks Okay, some of the Sharks players at the base of the ruck did not come up with the rest. And Sebesi saw that and took advantage of that, scoring right under the far side upright. Conversion is good through Mr. Akawa, Brian Akawa. And the score is now 28 points to 0 to the Bulldogs. It's 3 minutes into the second half. A good clearance here. Very good clearance. And now the Bulldogs have to drop goal under the bars there. A very good restart of play for the Sharks here. A very, very good kick. Now it's back to Teriki Motenga. No one's on the 10 for the Sharks. Oh, there we go. Aperama. Teriki looking for options. He's kicked it. It's gone as far as the 20. Now it's back to Alfie. He's barging his way into the 20. Sharks for sure need to try now. They need to score try. Aperama. He's giving it to Franco. Franco cuts back in. Gains about 2 to 3 to 4 meters now. Aperama with the ball. Now it's back to Huey. Oh no! Mistake pass here by Huey. Lost forward here and back to Rolulu, the speedster. And Jones Rolulu scores an easy try out there. He runs 80 meters, 80 to 90 meters to score right under the uprights. Jones Rolulu. Oh no, the Sharks have their own disappointment right now. The pass from Huey did not connect to the this player out wide. Went too high and someone lost the ball out wide there. He forced the pass there. Philip lost it forward, straight into the hands of Jones Rolulu. And this fella's got wide steps. And the Vonya's replay there. And he scores right under the uprights. And now it's the bubbles below replay. And the conversion here to... Okay, conversion is successful. Brian adds 2 points to the Bulldogs total. 34 to 0 in the 6th minute of the second half. And a big shout out also to the Broncos player who sponsored a few gears for the Sharks, Alex Glenn of the Broncos. Thank you very much, Alex Glenn, for sponsoring and donating gears to the Sharks Academy. And hope you have an awesome season with the Broncos. Despite the first loss against the last week, and now they've won their second match against the Cowboys. And now it's back to young Tutubobo, Aaron Tutubobo. Breaks the 50 of the Sharks 50 midway. Now it's back to Semesi Tora. Big D puts him down. Now back to Teriki Jr. Teriki passes out wide. He's looking. And unfortunate here for Brian. Now back to Huey. And Huey is put down by Brian and brother Tangi. David decides to go for the blind. Lucky there, he wasn't driven out of the field of play. It's back to Graham. Graham to Huey. Then again, he puts the Lionheart back into his body again. And good play here by Huey. He caught the defense offside from that quick play here. Huey decides to kick. They kick for the clearance. Here we go. Good on you, Huey. David with the tap. Now back to Kitty. Oh. And the referee has called for the play to come back to where it restarted again. David had played the ball beyond the designated area. Abrahama to David. David jogs. He runs for the gap. He's put down here by Travel. Now Abrahama decides to run with the ball. Good run here by Abrahama. Manages to break the 10. 10 meters away. It's David here. Decides to go for the blind side. He's made here by Jedru Engu. And a penalty here. The Bulldogs have been penalized. Now in the replay, what happens here? Now it's back to Big D. He's looking for the try line. And he's been stopped short here, the try line. Now it's back to Abrahama. Abrahama to Kete. Kete offloads to David. David loses the ball. It's back to the Bulldogs. Unfortunate here. Taringanapa regathers the ball. It's back to Tangi. Tangi Akawa. Now welcome back to the game again. Kakao. There's some strong defense here by Franco. And you can see the field is turning muddy right now. With all that running on the field, tackling and whatsoever, it's getting muddy now. Now the referee has penalized the Sharks. Now remember the Bulldogs are playing with one player less, and still the Sharks are not breaking the try line to score any points. It's a penalty here beyond the 20, the 30 for the Bulldogs. Titikaveka Jr. with the big thump there. And he manages to break the midway line there. Now it's back to Aaron Tutubobo. Number 11, Savanata. Strong defense here by Franco. Franco has never left the field yet. He's an 80-minute man. And good on you, Franco. It's back to Semisi. Semisi Tora. Aaron decides to go out left. Travel. And he manages to reach the Sharks 10. He's 10 meters away from the try line. Aaron. Oh, very good move here. It's still going. He's still going. Brian spins in the tackle. Scores there. A very slick move here by the Bulldogs. Some great pair of hands here. It first started with Titikaveka Jr. He runs out wide. Looks for support here from Brian Akawa. And a very good move here. And they've been rewarded by a try here. And I'm really lost for the number of tries right now. But the Bulldogs are now 38 points to 0. We await the conversion. Can Brian add to his tally of points for the game? Yes, it is. It's 40 points to 0. And we're only 13 minutes into the second half. Big D here with the restart of play. Back to Titikaveka Jr. Semisi. And Semisi. Good tackle here by number 12, Kete. Some good tackle here by Kete. In midfield. Now it's back to Ozzy. And, you know, Ozzy runs just like James here. That's how the forward should be running. Strong run here. Savanata. It looks like a strip 2-on-1 here. But the referee continues play. Lonnie slows the play. Now it's back to travel. Brian. Number 12, Waisiki. And there's been some great play here by the Bulldogs. They keep their composure despite the slippery field. You hardly see the Bulldogs missing in any balls here. And they still have good hands in the grip of the ball. Bulldogs still composed. Aaron goes to the midfield. Now they're skipping. Looking for the second line offense. They're going out wide. They're still going. Defense holds tight here by Mano and Drollett there. Really strong defense. Now it's back to number 11, Savenata. Savenata's still going. He's still going. He's over the line. Almost over the line. Philip looking for the defense. Now it's back to Terigi. Kicks it out wide. Back to Tuakana. It looks like Tuakana's out there on the wing. A save out there by Tuakana. Now it's back to David. David tries to push off Tangi. Tangi puts him down. And now it's back to the coach himself, Graham. Now to Philip. And just a big shout out to all our international viewers out there on YouTube. Thanks for stopping by to look at and witness the game between the Sharks and the Bulldogs. And this is the very last game of the first round of competition here in the Cook Islands. And the Sharks have their last game against the Bulldogs here in Rarotonga. And Sharks go back to Aitutaki tomorrow and have 2 weeks rest before taking on the Arorangi Bears at home in Aitutaki in Arutanga Stadium or Punakiore Stadium. And well, we await that in 2 weeks' time. And hopefully all things go well for the Sharks in the second round, having to play 4 games at home. And we've witnessed 2 games in the first round in Aitutaki against the Panthers. And of course, the Avachu Eels. Now it's back to, oh, this boy's slippery. Brian Agawa, very slippery here, out of the tackle of Graham, and he with that extra speed as well, he manages to pass Graham, score out wide here. Individual brilliance here by Brian Agawa, and a good try. He's been congratulated by his brother Tangi. Here he goes in the replay. He dummies out wide and goes alone to score the try. Oh, Terigi Jr. attempts the conversion. Oh, pardon me, that was Ioane Opu. And conversion is unsuccessful. Back to Big Didi here with the restart of play right into the Lake Te Murimotia. Now it's back to Savanatha. Clark Nga'o. And to all our Aitutaki supporters, those living in New Zealand and Australia, in particular Auckland, thank you very much for the water bottles, for the flags and many other equipments that you've sent over for the boys, the chili bin and water bins whatsoever. Now it's back to the speedster himself, Brian Agawa. This guy is the man of the match, scoring heaps of points, converting all their goals, and he's been hugged there by younger brother Tangi. Well done, Brian Agawa. There he goes with the ball. He actually starts off that play, and that's younger brother Tangi here, passes it back, offloads to his older brother Brian Agawa, and Brian pins his ears back and scores a beautiful try here for the Doggies. It's 50 points to 0, and we're 20 minutes away from full time. Oh my gosh, it could be another pile of points here for the Bulldogs. Let's see what the Sharks can do. Can they score some points of their own in the last 20 of the game? I think some of the Sharks play very basic errors. They're making basic errors. Again, they're being penalized quite often in the game. Some silly mistakes here. Mistakes they can avoid in the game. So, unfortunate here to be penalized with a high shot here. Penalty clearance by Terigi Matenga. Managed to go into the Sharks 40. A very good kick here. Big boot here by Titikaveka. And that experience is surely showing by this standoff of the Bulldogs. Now it's number 11, Savananta. He breaks the Sharks 30. Well, many say the Sharks have the players. They have the physique. They have the speed. They have everything. Now what's letting the Sharks down this season? They all have individual talents of their own, but they're not all coming to play on the field. It's not helping at the moment. Now a storming run here by the Tunubobo. Tunubobo, now it's back to number 12, Voisiki. Strong defense here by David. And it's back to Brian. Oh my gosh, this guy is unstoppable. Brian scores his 3rd try in the second half. Oh man, he's certainly the man of the match right now. Good play here by Brian. He ducks under Tuakana's tackle, manages to drive over through David and Huey, and scores close to the corner there. It's 54 points to 0 to the Bulldogs. And it's back to the restart of play. A change of kicker here. We've had 3 different kickers in the game for the Sharks right now. And it's Big David there. And you don't see that happening in these Raro teams, especially the Bulldogs. They're still sticking to one. It's part of their game plan. They're sticking to the game plan. The referee's called a forward pass here. And this is actually the first time the Sharks have held the ball or have had possession in play for the past 4 or 5 minutes after a string of tries by Brian Akawa. We can now confirm the scores of the NRL Round 2 matches. On Wednesday night, late Wednesday night, the St. George Dragons hosting the South Sydney Rabbitohs. But the Rabbitohs were just too classy for the Dragons, winning that match 34-18. And then on Thursday night, the Canberra Raiders hosting the Melbourne Storm. But the Storm were just too classy, winning that 22 points to 10. And the Broncos beat the North Queensland Cowboys 29-10. And Alex Glenn and the Broncos, well done. And thank you again, Alex, for the sponsorship of a gear for the Aitutaki Sharks campaign 2019. And well, we await the results tonight for the Cronulla Sharks hosting the Titans. The Knights will be hosting the Panthers. And of course, the Manly Seagulls, they play host to the South Sydney the Sydney Roosters. And tomorrow night, the Bulldogs will be hosting the Eels. And the final match of the round 2, the Tigers versus the Warriors. Back to the Sharks and the Bulldogs. Big Ali, they're going out wide. Can the Sharks score some points on the board right now? And a stoppage of play here. Referee has called a knock-on Brian, the Superman Agawa. Back to the replay. Bubbles below replay. Now Graham. You can see Graham switching the side of play right now. Puruata lets that go, but Brian loses it on the ground there. Now it's back to Graham. Graham skips it out to Tuakana. Tuakana's tackled by the grass. He loses the ball. And Huey scores out wide there, right under the post. Was that lost forward? And I guess all the Bulldogs players there are questioning the referee. Come on, ref, was that lost forward? And the referee felt sorry for the Sharks and gives a try for the Sharks here. Now it originated from that scrum here. Good long pass by Graham. Saw the gap out there. Tuakana catches it. Switches direction. Tackled to the ground by himself. And loses the ball. It should have been, yes. It should have been a penalty here. 2-in-1 tackle. But the referee decides to go on and award the try to Huey here, right under the post. And the Sharks score their first try in the 68th minute through Huey Henry. Tuakana adds the conversion. It's 6 points to 54 to the Bulldogs. And, well, there's
Score. Just with that super shuffle.
a very big match, a massive game tomorrow. And this one's between the top of the table, the Sea Eagles, and they will be hosting the Bears at Nukupure Park. Tomorrow this should be an awesome clash. And not too sure. I think the Bears are third on the table. And well, this will be a really awesome game to watch tomorrow. Oh, good run here by Aparama. Manages to push off Aussie. Now it's back to Alfie. Alfie kicking his way out of the tackle here. A good one here. A very good one here by Alfie. Yep, it did take the referee a while there to penalise that. Here we go. Can the Sharks score more points? It's back. Now it's back to young David. Abrahama. Back to Graham. Now it's back to Puruata. Decides to go on his own. He's put down on the 10. Still going. He's still going. Referee's called Howard. 2 meters back. Big D. Back to Graham. Oh, it's a giveaway here. And it's back to Brian. Brian regathers the ball. Back to Aaron Tunubobo. Now it's to Tangi. And we can all observe the players wiping the mud and the wet off their eyes right there. As you're falling in the puddle, you also... Oh, smashing tackle here by Alfie. Good tackle here, Alfie. You only wish Alfie was 10, 20 years younger. And now it's to Mr. Tangirere himself. He loses the ball. Young Timothy Tangirere loses the ball there. It's back to Tuakana. Manages to shrug off a few into the 40. Back to David. David loves the tram lines. He loves the blind side. And there's a penalty here on the Bulldogs. Against the Bulldogs. We're about 7 minutes away from full time. And it's 54-6 to the Bulldogs. Can the Sharks score another try here? Now some crucial mistakes here by the Sharks. They're only kicking from a penalty. Only managing to kick 2 or 4 meters away. And this is very slack where they should be going for 10 to 20 meter kicks from the penalty. And it's just putting a disadvantage to them in this game as well. Now it's Big D here, put down on the 30. He's still rolling. Back to Puruata. To Ali. And he's met up here by Aussie. Aussie wrestling the ball off him. Trying to wrestle it off. Now it's back to James. James tackled him right in the shins by Aussie. Huey out wide. He looks for Puruata. And it's a penalty again to the Sharks. And not retrieving 10. What does Puruata have up his sleeves? Now it's back to Ali. Ali's still going. To the ball. Back to James. James loses it backwards. Unfortunate here for James. He lost that in the tackle. Clear tackle. And losing the ball. And advantage back to the Bulldogs. And in the video replay here, a strong high tackle here by Tunupopo. Had no effect in the play, but there we go. The tackle here by Clark. Very effective tackle here. Dislodging the ball out of the grips of James and winning them the possession back to the Bulldogs. Look at that. Good tackle here by Tere. Now back to Clark in midfield. Less than 5 minutes to go. Aaron Tunupopo. Back to Rolulu. Jones Rolulu. And the Sharks are missing a few of their players out to injury with Big Mau, Messine Manupoli, as well as Teremoana Pairo. And also players out for work in overseas with the likes of Leo Roa and Brendan Smith. And we do hope they have a good time out there and enjoy your work as well. Now it's back to Mano. He's been missing from the game most of the second half. He's got the ball. He manages to go over the 30. Huey from dummy half. Still going. Oh. Penalty here. It looks like the referee's having a sweet talk to number 11 there, Mr. Savinata. And well, only hoping not to be sin bin at that moment. Just a brief stoppage of play here. Now it's back into the game time. Big D with the kick. Manages to gain 10 meters there. Huey loses the ball from that tackle. Has been bumped from behind. Now it's Big D with the ball. Still going. He's driving forward. You can see the urgency to play here. It's another penalty here. And Big D still goes on. He pushes off number 11. And he's still going. Good run here from Big D. Just about 5 meters short. Aparama back to Graham. Graham goes to it alone. And he's going for a quick play. He's going for a quick play. Back to Aparam. Yes, Aparama's gone for a quick play. Looking for the try line. It's a penalty to the Sharks. Referee slowing it down. 3 minutes to go. Less than 3. A new set of 6 for the Sharks. Back to James. James, he gives it out to Graham. And Graham is held up here. Back to the 10. Huey. Dummies out wide. Goes back to the right. Now it's back to Phillip. Runs on traffic. The Sharks looking for their last try. Could there be a try? There's enough time to score out wide. Now it's back to Tere. He's put down in the lake. It could be an early shower here for today. Where else would you go for a shower when you've got the lake there? It's Big D here. And their big number 8, Semesi Tora. Looks like he's been penalized. And the video replay, what happens here? Oh, that was a strong run, and Big D managed to keep strong on his foot. Still going, just a meter away. Ali, the big Ali. He's still going. The Sharks are hungry for an extra point. What can they do? It's back to Graham. Graham to Aparama. The ball's been hit out of Aparama's arms. Back to number 10. Franco scores the last try. That man Franco. Well done, Francis Smith, scoring that late try here for the Sharks. And now the Sharks have 10 points to their tally of today's match.
At least we didn't get 0.
Yeah, he manages to run to 2, 3, 4 tackles and score that try. It should be an easy conversion here. And it's the end of the game. It's 54-12 to the Bulldogs. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us in this afternoon's match between the hosts, the Bulldogs, and of course the visitors, Aitutaki Sharks. And the Sharks have a 2-week rest where they will host the Bears in Aitutaki 2 weeks from today. And I would like to thank our international viewers here on YouTube. Thank you very much for joining us in this massive clash between the Bulldogs and the Aitutaki Sharks. To all those who have supported the Sharks in the weeks prior to the games, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. All our Aitutaki supporters out there in New Zealand, Australia, wherever you are, we wish you all the best. Thank you, and God bless you all. Ka kite.